Hello, and welcome back to another development video. This devlog, we're taking a look at a few new features that I've added to the game. The first small addition that you might notice is that I updated the dirt paths, so they look a lot better now, which I'm happy about. More importantly though, I have finally added the map option to the game. If I open up the menu and go to the map, I can see a condensed down version of the room that I am in. And I can see on this map where my 5 hosts on my toolbar are currently residing. If I exit out and go further down, you can see the innkeeper is lower down on the map now. I can also click on the hosts themselves on the bottom left here to bounce around on the map to quickly move to where another host is located on the map. Now, you might notice, a large portion of the map is currently blocked off. This is because I have only found one of the 3 warp portals in the hub world. Let's head east to go and unlock another warp portal. And if we open up the map, we can see that the map extended to see more area. And the data has also updated, showing that we have found 2 out of the 3 warp portals. The map menu also keeps track of how many royal essences you have found in the location that you are in. I added this addition so you aren't left struggling as a player to figure out where, for example, the last missing bronze soul is in the overworld. I do not want this struggle in my game. So, when you receive, for example, a bronze soul, the map will now show that I have found 1 bronze soul in the hub world. The map is useful for a few other reasons. Primarily, it lets you look at where the general structures are in the game and where the hosts are in relation to these general structures, as well as the warp portals. But another helpful addition to the map is the ability to place map markers. Let's say I find these 4 Java beans by this tree, and I want to make a note of it so I can quickly come back here if I run out of Java beans. Well, I can open my map, and I can place maybe an apple here or a star, kind of whatever. I usually do food stuff with apples and stars for other things. I currently have 15 markers you can place in each overworld. This number is probably too low, but I will keep it at 15 for now and see what beta testing says about the number. The marker can also be handy for marking where maybe shops are, quest characters, important characters. My idea for the map is, rather than simply telling the player where everything is, like here's the shops, here's important areas, here's the names of everything, instead, you sort of make the map your own, depending on what you want. So it's not this cluttered mess, and it's tailored to your needs. Do you use the map just for heading to the shops, or to gather resources? Maybe you only use it to mark strange objects you want to come back to. The map is a blank slate, minus the tiles that make up the world. The warp portals, because everyone needs to know where the warp portals are, since that's how you leave the area, and the 5 hosts you have as sort of frames of reference. Everything else will be comprised by the markers that you place, making the map your own reference point, rather than necessarily a dev-intended reference point. And of course, if I go into the forest or other non-specific overworld areas, the map menu simply says that it's not available. The other big addition that I've added is the synergy mechanic. Let's load into my main save file, where I have a lot more things completed. On the top right here, you may notice a 7th option on my toolbar. This option is unlocked after completing any one of the main quests in the 4 worlds. Each quest unlocks a new synergy, which is a special ability that the player can toggle between. This may be, for example, an attack boost where the player does extra damage, and a basic attack causes a large projectile to come out. Note how, with each attack, the total damage done decreases. In order for this synergy to recharge, I need to either turn off my synergy completely or switch to a different synergy. This mechanic adds an additional layer of strategy that you're having to balance as you play. Since staying as one synergy will simply do nothing after a while, you are switching not only between hosts, basic attacks, and secondary attacks to increase your luck, but also switching between synergy to maximize the stats of your character. However, like I talked about last video, where I want to slowly ease the player into things, the synergy is only added after beating one main quest, where you've hopefully familiarized yourself with the 6 first functions. And you only unlock one synergy at a time, so there is a lot less to juggle or think about as you play. There is also another toolbar function you will unlock much later into the game, but we'll keep that, as well as the other synergies, a secret. Going to my features needed before beta, I have added the map and map markers, the synergy mechanic and toolbar extension, and I have also went through every single menu and status effect to make sure everything is consistent and centered properly. Maybe missing one or two. So looking at this, there is not a lot left. I'm going to start making some of the polished worlds, which is surreal to be doing 2.5 years later, but I guess it's finally time. As always, thank you for watching, and have a great day.